And here to see if we learned anything from the Samantha Bee show last night is Dana Loesch. She has her own show where she learns a lot. Hey, Dana, do you always end with a lesson we should learn from the Dana Loesch show when you're done?
No, but that's a really good idea, Brian. I think I'm going to incorporate that beginning today.
Blues
I'm going to start today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, right? I know. I just need a helpful
I missed
dog.
that show, Brian.
Right, sure.
So, you know, what did you think of Samantha Bee's apology? At the end, she made it pretty clear that she was sorry for using that word, but at the same time, it diminished her ultimate big picture point, which was about immigration in this country, and she doesn't like the way Donald Trump is handling it.
Yeah, I think that was just an excuse. And I love how she says, well, I say this word on my show all the time. Well, I don't think America knows that because America doesn't watch her show. So maybe she does, but we just, why in the world, out of all words to try to reclaim, would you try to reclaim that one? And you don't reclaim a word by using it in an insulting manner against another woman. That's not reclaiming the word. That's joining along with the gang. And Samantha Bee apparently didn't pick up on that. And furthermore, as she finally realized, she hijacked her own intent to bring attention to illegal immigration by using this term, and that's what everyone talked about, and no one talked about anything else. But this is the most that anyone has talked about her. So I don't feel sorry for her because she got what she wanted. She used this word because she wanted to be shocking. She wanted to expand her name recognition. And she did, but she's not recognized in a good way, nor do people identify her as being someone who is smart or humorous.
Yeah, you didn't used to have to be vulgar to be funny. Somehow it's turned into that these days. I want to get your thoughts, though, on Alice Johnson. That is the big news that broke yesterday, the sentence of being commuted yesterday by President Trump. You think it's a good thing? Obviously, this is something that Kim Kardashian was very passionate about. She met with the president last week. They have that photo together. Before we get your thoughts, though, let's play Alice Johnson this morning on CBS and her reaction. We'll get it in a moment. So what is your reaction off the top here?
Well, I think it's incredibly interesting that Kim Kardashian has had more effect politically than Samantha Bee has had, and has also had a better impact on the headlines for all the haters out there. But even more so, I think that this is yet another instance where the administration is making good on promises from the previous administration. Because remember, under the Obama administration, we had a lot of lip service about taking the first steps towards prison reform, particularly for nonviolent offenses. And that's what this president has given more attention to. And he actually, with the commutation of this sentence of Alice Johnson, I mean, he showed that he's willing to listen to people who come to D.C. to try to affect change. And furthermore, he does believe that prison reform is a serious issue. And I think that a lot of people on the left are incredibly angry to see a Republican administration follow through on these promises. And
then the soundbite of her being released from prison after 21 years, where she said, "Thank God for Donald J. Trump, hallelujah." Another bit of news, the ACLU, Dana, is filing suit against the federal government because on the 2020 census, they're going to ask, essentially, are you in the country legally or illegally? And they don't think that's fair.
Right. No, they don't think it's fair because they don't think it's fair that people caught on to their game to inflate voter rolls. And those with the ACLU have already shown their hand here. In fact, in numerous articles, they've said over and over again that they're worried about the effect that this is going to have on representation in Washington, D.C. They're worried about what this is going to mean. Exactly. This is all about, it's all about voting. It's all about whether or not they can sway a particular district or a particular state or area from Democrat to Republican. That's what this all comes down to. And it's really unfair to tie the hands of the American public and prevent them from being honestly and accurately represented in Washington, D.C. because one ideology wants to inflate voter rolls with individuals who are not here legally. And that's the whole game on this.
Dana, what did you make of the mayor of Philly dancing after they passed sanctuary city policies? Did you see that?
I did catch a little bit of that. Yeah, that's not, first off, the dancing, that's a whole other thing entirely. But I don't like to see elected officials celebrate passing sanctuary city policies because it seems insulting to law-abiding Americans. I mean, you're celebrating passing something that is actually coddling criminality and endangering law-abiding Americans. That's nothing to celebrate.
Yeah, tell that to Rahm Emanuel and Governor Brown. If they're dancing in their own way at this moment, though, they feel so different than a lot of America.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just an affront. It's an affront to civility and it's an affront to legality. I mean, we are a nation of laws. Everyone is equal before the law and everyone is equal under it when it's broken.
Yeah.
There you go.
The dance judging we'll get to another day. Dana, good to have you on this morning.
Yeah, the dancing is horrific. That's a whole other thing.
We'll see you soon.